at the time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. 7 yards there and a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 22. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Lawrence to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And looking for Cook, but this pass is intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. He's continuing to be a big presence presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. No gain on the play there, second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he is going to lose yardage here. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Look at me. Sit down. Look at me. Go.
Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side,
and this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 47 yards. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On first down, Watson. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And a quick throw here that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the counter, Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Third and 2, now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Hey,
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You got to be precise.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And Chubb will try the middle here. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Second quarter action. 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. And my goodness, another interception. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Man open, here is Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another toe for Etienne. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Etienne, and he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. This is taken just shy of the 10. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Win or go home. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Rock it.
ETN up the middle.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, right back to ETN.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
ETN once more.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's a give to ETN. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Now Lawrence.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And now here's another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, This one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout.
He's got a man complete. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll go again with ETN. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Lawrence. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. A give to ETN running right. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 126 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. On 2nd down, ETN once more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's ETN. They find some open field here. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 11. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 41 yards. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.